where there's been a turnover by each team at Towns.
Oh, what a block there by Anderson. McLaughlin finds Russell. Lob it inside. Towns. Shot blocked by Clark. Brandon Clark.
Morant there. He gets the offensive rebound. Everybody's watching Ja. Well, how about that move by Towns? And that gets patty caked.
And there. They got to have higher hands there. Make those passes a little bit tougher.
Towns high arcing. No. Big 9-point Minnesota lead. Here's Towns. Good position. Left it short.
I don't know what on earth you just said there.
Best floating team in the NBA, Memphis. And Towns with an answer. Towns fires along, 2 and connect.
5-minute mark. Beverly trying to settle them down. Towns puts it on the deck to the cup. John Morant flexing on him. His second field goal. Towns coming for more. For the night. This is Towns. Mismatch against Baysboy. Pretty left-handed floater.
He still has supreme confidence. Jackson watching Towns. Zubac awaits. They thought about the trade this past summer. He knew exactly what he was getting. Double-teamed as Towns. He picked up McDaniels. Kicks it. Beverly thought 3. They quickly clamp him down. Towns and Batum.
Coach Lou, you're going to put Karl-Anthony Towns in every single play. Nice up and under move right there by Cat.
Against Chaska, scrimmaging this afternoon right here on the Timberwolves court. It was a thrill for those kids. And the head coach, he changes games. He changes the pace. He changes outcomes again.
Performance in Boston. Towns, that was good defense by Hachimura, 78, thanks to a 9-0 run. Towns, again, good defense by Gav.
Craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses. Well,
my guy played in the Pan American games with him, great guy there, but you know, you want to match in your mind the minutes.
Olajuwon just flicked it and disrupted that shot. Houston Rockets led by a...
Jalen's got to be in that consideration, I would assume, as the season ends.
This is exactly
your money in just one day.
Sign up using code DUNK. Enter $5 and get $50 if any player
team at the high water mark, 15 games over 500 for the first time this season at 46 and 31, and the 8 for 8 for the Joker. And a foul. Towns missed it. Jokic rebounds it.
Normally the first one out. He comes back and plays with his group. Towns normally plays the first quarter.
And Towns goes right.
They had this big tournament. Towns gets his first touch. Can't hit the fall away. And Boston up by 7. They have been dominating people in the first quarter of late. I mean, dominating. Karl-Anthony. Now, they didn't keep track of blocks back in Bill Russell's day, so he would not fit in the criteria for that discussion, but still pretty impressive. I love this matchup. Look at Tatum taking on the challenge. Towns, tough angle. Nope. Taken off by McLaughlin inside. Towns for 2. Towns for 2.
Redraft, and we would all agree that if Luka's number 1, who's number 2? As Towns is going to get fouled here, hammered inside by
Towns. Oh! Cat feasting. Back to Russell, back to Towns. And Crowder stripped him of it momentarily.
And the technical foul was saying, I ain't got no friends. That's what he was saying.
Scores. Why not?
Got Lopez and Towns. He finishes.
You give a lot of motivation to the other team. So let's see how the Bucks respond in this scenario.
For that pump in this second quarter yet. Cat backing down. That was deflected by Jordan Nwora.
And have put him in a bad light with NBA players and coaches by calling him out. Saying that he didn't really defend, and all he did was
offensive scoring that they did with Malik Beasley taking 1 shot.
Towns gets fouled underneath. Towns going at Gabriel.
He's got a lot of tension on him, but still scores over the top.
Towns guides that one in.
Kind of just taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. Again, going to the rim there. A lot of contact, no foul.
Towns attacks Pirtle and finishes.
Lonnie Walker has been really good in this game. He's 7 of 10.
Towns, he's got 49.
To try to let that big toe heal. Want your feet healthy come playoff time. Towns with a turnaround. Under 4 minutes left. Towns, one-legged jumper, and that's his first.
Available defensive rebounds. That's a big number.
Towns, size advantage on Anthony. Tonight. Towns facing up on Carter. The shot is...
They're getting to the free throw line. That's keeping them at least connected.
Towns made a nice strong steal and a half per game. Towns barreling to the basket and gives Minnesota a night.
Made himself available on that baseline. That's got to be a charge.
Oh! Wendell. Towns against Suggs. Hooks. Missed the shot.
Although that's one that's not that hard to compute. It's just the difference between the offensive and the defense. Towns.
Right now it's Eubanks checking Towns on the wing. Towns rumbles in.
It's not just because he's a big man as Towns makes it.
Towns being guarded by Watford, and Towns able to split between he and
teams. And then split where they had a road game as Towns, the whirling dervish. And
Towns
switch.
Gets it away just in time and gets it to go.
66 blocks on the season.
Towns split the double team and the help defense.
Points 4-4 from the field, 5 of 5 from free throw line as well, as Towns uses that left hand again. That's why he's an all-star. Where they knocked down 8.
Towns, deep catch, and Roby can't stop him.
Karl-Anthony Towns with an ISO. Rotation came, forced the miss. Moody, ISO move, one-on-one move, get some separation like he just did. Cavs got way deep position there, and that's when he's very different. Angelo Russell with the shot clock at 7. Wiggins didn't buy that pump fake. You can't play Towns any better than that. Odds were not that off. Karl-Anthony Towns, and he's fouled as he flips it up and in.
Played 29 games with the Cavs last season, did Prince.
Towns across the lane, skyhook drop.
Towns works in toward Marketing. A couple of shoulders, a couple of elbows.
He had a season high 37. Anthony Edwards struggles, but John Morant missed what would have been.
Or with Harden out there as well, people wondered about his role. How was he going to adjust?
Towns 5 rebounds already. Offensive takedown.
Yeah, and guys around him benefit. Ask Clint Capella how things were when he was there.
Have you seen their lineup? Not surprised in the least. Towns turning, inside the backboards, 3 steals already for the sophomore Tyrese Maxey. Towns stepping his way around Tobias Harris for...
Keep him off balance, keep him guessing.
Towns bodying his way down, off the mark.
Dirk Nowitzki, I'm sorry.
2 for Embiid. Dirk has a street named after him.
Yes, he does. Rightfully so.
Grizzly Adams, maybe?
Yeah, I think that one's really lost on younger viewers.
Towns. You know what, Jim? Throw all that away, though. All that matters is how do you play this final 3:20 here tonight.
This is the first time he's played and coached against the Toronto Raptors, though. Coincidentally.
Towns. And the foul here.
Because of Duarte heading back to Indiana's locker room. We'll get an update from JJ. That's a rebound by Halliburton. Second year out of USC.
Yeah, he's going to play big boy ball. You're going to have to look to double it. Because Frank had. You just got to know who that is.
Good defense here by Tristan Thompson.
Halliburton didn't fundamentally sound, but he's able to do it.
Hard fall.
Vucevic guards Towns. With purpose going to the rim, and he scored. You could tell he wanted those two.
Of the game at his position, and sometimes, Katie, you know this better than anybody, bigs will take a little bit longer as Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 new pieces, 3 new players in the lineup tonight. The pace seems to be pretty close to what Alvin Gentry wants.
Get in there and get to the rim. No one's stopping you.
Karl-Anthony Towns with the jump hook off the mark. To 7, no reset. Towns trying to walk down. Sabonis throws up the hook. 7-0 scoring run for the Kings. Barnes caught in a mismatch on Towns. Towns misses.
Greg told you earlier how badly they want to run. Towns across the lane, swings up the hook, can't hit it, got his own rebound. Karl-Anthony Towns backs in on Hamidou, turns to the basket for another dunk. That's his 3rd dunk already. Towns against Isaiah Stewart. Backs and bumps, hooks, can't hit it. Rebound, off the Pistons and out of bounds. Out of bounds to the Timberwolves. Here's Towns from the corner.
Any second chance points at a high level. And you haven't gotten any from Minnesota. Minnesota's 0 second chance points here. Jeremy Grant.
Grant is in year 2 of a 3-year, $60 million deal.
Goodness.
Taurean Prince. Towns is in the All-Star game for a 3rd time, but how about Andrew Wiggins and Zach LaVine all in the All-Star game together?
It's been quite the month for Taurean Prince.
Towns, a late whistle comes
from 3. Now Towns against Jokic. Inside, got it. Edwards. Cat gonna muscle right through there.
Listen.
Towns with position. And basket counts
without actually getting a block. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Towns.
Just 7 of 21.
Towns. Bogdanovich tried to go for the steal.
Most of us would think be a high percentage 2-point shot to maybe a contested 3, but just for the sake that it's a 3.
Supposed to win, we like that, and that mentality has really saw a lot of success.
Anthony Towns going to work inside. Rangy player, 21 years of age. Towns on the drive, on the block.
Well, so that was our State Farm audio assistant. Inside, some ducking and juking, and he goes.
He doesn't have to be the face of the franchise, which he was asked to do in Minnesota, being the overall #1 pick. It's Cat, the beautiful.
Rodman, but he does a lot of, maybe not rebounding like Rodman, but the same energy is there, and thrashing his way inside. Daniels, great defense. Wiggins, Towns with 1 to fire. No, Wiggins the rebound.
Carolina jumped it up, but the Timberwolves win the opening tip. Towns goes right to work, unable to get it to go. Past Scottie Pippen, so that's a pretty good name to be in front of on the all-time assist list, and he's not done climbing that. Well, especially not at this stage of the game.
Great action.
Fades away, can't connect. McDaniel here would give them their largest lead of the game. Johnson ties up Towns, and Towns finishes through.
Want the lead to keep ballooning. 8 and below now, we have to keep it.
The scary part of it, Renee, is this guy had not scored yet. Here's a Okongwu going against Karl-Anthony. Spins off the pressure and rims it in. Let's check it banging with Collins. And lays it in.
In the NBA in the last 5 years, so the Knicks want to lull you to sleep. Towns will take it himself, and he's fouled by Golden State Warriors. Just 9 points for him. Towns inside, the footwork and the flush. Yeah, great footwork, as you said. Cat at the top of the key. Goes to his left. Hangs, hits, and 1. Huge bucket.
Raptors? Yes. Okay. That's the other one. We had a choice of 3 teams.
Towns, no, and I asked Andrew about that.
I know. It's all about Minnesota and Toronto. Good use of the dribble that time by Towns. Gotta get it up. No, you don't have all that time, Carl.
It's interesting because Vanderbilt gets to the front of the rim and it doesn't try to finish. Towns spins. And a foul. 2 minutes remaining.
Towns spins blocked by Jared. Got Zaire Williams in the air. Post up by Towns. Faces, hooks, hits. Lead. Highly competitive game here tonight. Towns fades and hits. And that was a trash talk?
Really, but it's okay if it goes the other way. It'll be Karl-Anthony Towns with a swing. Karl-Anthony Towns going there and going to the line, looking for the three-point plug is down. And Karl-Anthony Towns. Perfect time, double two. He did what he wanted to do right back. A run off Towns. He wants to go to the strong side. And
he's found his own way here, and the perfect role player to add in with the Minnesota's own big.
And has become again a dynamic scorer in this league, one of the high flyers.
If he can finish the possession,
Towns will post. He'll get some help.
There you go
from Kevin Porter Jr. But Towns posting and scoring.
Game compared to the one on Wednesday night. Towns, nice little spin move, but didn't finish on the baby.
His own number.
One thing that we haven't seen in this game by either team and lulls offensively is Towns leans into that one. Adjustment period here at this level.
Oh, and he's a big reason why the Thunder have 25 bench points here already as Towns knocks them.
So we've seen Towns in the lane. It looks like he took a shot.
The things that Minnesota did so well against the Clippers last ball game is when the Clippers made a run, Minnesota slapped them back down.
Counting tonight with the 26 points, they've gotten 20 points or more off their bench. He didn't want to get out of bed. What motivated him was he said, you know what, Tim Duncan isn't sleeping in, Kobe Bryant are both good. He's been very productive as a reserve, but he has picked it up in the extra time as a starter. Karl-Anthony Towns in the starting lineup. Doncic, Porzingis, and Hardaway for the Mavericks. Vanderbilt, Pat Bev, and
this was kind of beating Minnesota up. Dwight Powell's guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. And so when Carl came...
Corey McLaughlin is checked in for the Mavericks. Towns able to finish through contact.
I should have done that.
Towns, good wall up there by Pop.
Towns working on Davis to the left hand, got it.
Versus going against Dirk Nowitzki, going against Kevin Garnett, that was those guys battling against each other.
Some stiff competition as they have the toughest schedule remaining over the last 3 quarters. Towns going to work on Melo, and he's stripped next week with Portland and might be available on Christmas Day in LA against the Lakers. Starter early on in the season, the minutes have gone down, but with all the in and outs in the lineups, Bazemore got the 13 baskets.
Problem is they only got 11 baskets.
Yes. And only 39 points on the board, and the other problem is
to help on things. So you're not really guarding him on the offensive end, but you got to guard him the minute that shot goes up. Because if he's sprinting...
Karl-Anthony as Davis gets him out of the lane. Shot clock winding down. Here comes the double. Short on the shot is
out. Towns going to try it again, or Beverly? Nope, Towns. Towns going to launch. Over the top he goes, and he's got it. He's got 12 straight times overall. His 6th straight here in Denver. As Towns drops it in, and suddenly it's not. Towns throws it up, and it rolls off. Towns. And Towns drops it in. Jokic went for the
impressed with Joe and the job that he and Chauncey Billups and Dwayne Hankins did on Thursday. And
then Minnesota could put this guy down low if they need to. Good help.
Nance came over. How to keep him at bay at the top of the arc. Covington over to 14 to shoot. They find the mismatch. It's Towns backing down on Dame. He'll lay it in.
And that's what
super effective and efficient, because he should get some big minutes with this big lineup.
Towns gets it to go. Just really the road. After this game tomorrow, they'll fly to the West Coast, take on Portland as Towns gets it to go. Towns out of the corner, able to So the Jazz forced to play a little bit smaller. And Towns, he all around that road trip. I don't know if he's going to get 16 here tonight. I mean, he's really, really good. But 16 are 7 of 25.
Wills turns it over a bunch, 2 in the paint. Towns is going to...
Towns working out O'Neal. Gets it to go, and a chance.
Behind him shooting the basketball. Towns could rip through here.
And he gets held, and he finishes anyway.
Against Washington and Brooklyn. Could have won both games.
Towns trying to work his way in on John Collins. Capella the block, but...
Sick of, baseline of bounce play that you can run.
Towns was trying to get a whistle.
But not in, live games without D'Lo on the court.
Towns, no.
From Hastings High School, and you went to Montana State, and we actually played against each other a couple times.
Summer League, yeah.
Misses. Anthony Towns. And now a foul.
Kuzma is having a career best in terms of rebounding. 9 boards a game for him. So that's deep.
Switch. Gafford on Towns. Now he does have 1 foul. Towns maybe got away with a travel or an offensive.
He's trying to get the crowd behind him as well because he felt guilty about how he played in the last game.
Towns.
And Wes Unseld Jr. gave her a shout out this evening as well in the presser prior to the game.
Really cool. Congrats. Back in guarding Edwards. Kuzma against Towns. You could see him just bumping, throwing that short. Again, just bully ball right now by Towns. KCP, huge size advantage. Blocked by Kuzma. Oh. Abdia against Towns. And that's going to be a foul as obvious.
Every single shoot around, engaged, high basketball IQ. Towns can't get that jump hook to go.
It's here tonight. He was big in the win in Philadelphia. Towns, back-to-back bucket.
Shooting threats from their bigs. Very unique.
And another for Towns. Towns going right at Brogdon. Towns falls to... Gets it right back. Oh, how about that move out of Towns? Towns has Brogdon on him. He takes advantage.
If you want to keep... Yeah, we haven't seen much of go-go here.
Towns.
That's it, Carl.
Towns on Batase, and he's able to connect.
Every shot's a hard shot for Minnesota.
That was a really hard shot.
Nero, the young man from Argentina, with 2 to Karl-Anthony Towns. Step back higher, big shot, no good. Good skids to a stop on Embiid, down low to Towns. Towns with a jump hook, short. Embiid falls down, loose. Hayward on Towns. What? For 3 minutes, he's got 6 points. Ah, love it. Karl-Anthony Towns met at the rim, and Towns, size advantage. We play on. Hornets have it. Dump down to Towns. In this building. Really? Hornets get him to catch. I don't care how close the defender was. Towns has played the entire 3rd quarter. Misses with a lot of easy. Take what the defense is offering up. PJ bodying up with Towns. Made him take a tough left facing Mason Plumlee. He's got 8 points. Towns, the up and under. Woo! Kevin.
Towns being guarded by Butler, turns and hits it.
18, which means you got to move the basketball.
Towns somehow is his season high in a game. Towns over at Adebayo.
That was a 2 need to see.
I still don't know how that got called against Edwards.
Towns gets stripped that time.
Nobody boxes out anymore. Good take. And a blown opportunity for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Chance to talk to Pop a little bit in the media session.
Did he rip you?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, no no ant during the time in Vegas as Towns draws the foul here. And Pop said that levels to get there, but he got to 300 much faster than KG did. You do a great job promoting those shows, Jim. But they are well done. And Marty does a great.
Down low. Down to 4. Nice fight from Harrison Barnes, but Beverly. Towns on the elbow. Guarded tightly by Thompson. Towns bailed out and Hill. How about the second chance points numbers? 16-5. Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has Harrison Barnes on the inside. Man, that's 3 straight. Here's Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns.
To try and slow down his orchestrating the pick and roll, and he'll figure it out pretty quick.
Karl-Anthony Towns.
On Monty Williams on the left side of him. Brian Gates, longtime Timberwolves assistant.
Yeah, Gates, big.
Could always see him back in town.
Yeah, he's
Win for Minnesota. Meanwhile, Russell, the former Laker, lobs it into Towns. Draws a double team, shoots over the top of it.
Brook now has 3 on the year and 187 in his illustrious career. Towns turns, shoots, scored the previous 3 games. Karl-Anthony Towns. That's a long little jump hook.
I'm surprised that they haven't put Anthony Davis on the low.
So here's the offense you're saying you want to see more of, and that's Karl-Anthony Towns doing work, but Looney played him well. Feature at 30 and 25. He's a jolt off the bench of energy. So there you go. I just don't know you went blue like that all the time. Karl-Anthony Towns blocked by Bielitsa. Trying to feed Cat on Bielitsa here. This is where Karl-Anthony Towns can be a wrecking ball.
Western Conference Finals, that was a moment I'll never forget.
Well, speaking of KG, he's a Hall of Famer now. And
one in Sabonis as well. 3 players leading their team in all those categories. Towns.
Wow. Tech, number 20, Josh Okogie.
just relax.
Terrence Mann went to the court. And Towns, same college basketball in the United States. He had a chance to sign with the major leagues in Germany. He decided instead to go play college basketball. Answers right back, drills the triple. And Kiki, that's his first made three this.
8 rebounds, 4 assists. Towns 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Inside Towns, no.
1:22 left to play. They've trailed this entire first quarter after this start, and Towns, the thunderous dunk.
Continue to shoot every shot short.
His 4th three-point make of the season, his first of the game, and a 13-2 run here for Towns to McLaughlin. And looking to turn that corner. One and done.
He is so skilled.
Pulls up from mid-range.
Staying spotted up. Carl still able to pass. Players that got involved. Nice spin move that time by time.
Since New Orleans pulled even at 67. Towns being
Tice battling with Towns. Towns works baseline. Towns and Tice. Hook shot, good. That time at Towns. Here we go. One-on-one, drop step, and Şengün frustrated.
Watch how he comes out here tonight.
It's going to be a tough test for him battling the cat inside.
And eventually they spike in a big way whenever a possession touches the thing, whether it finishes at the rim or above the arc. The Clippers are so good.
Now Towns. Inside, got it.
See, that's he can about his guys from training camp. One of the things that really resonated with me was, he said when you play good defense on a guy like we saw them in this year,